was a normal Friday morning initially when we had the Great Flood of 2016.
Our top story tonight is in Ascension Parish, where waters continue to rise, adding to the flood impacts throughout South Louisiana.
The school year had just begun. We'd only been in school for 4 days. We had been on the telephone with the Office of Homeland Security, Emergency Preparedness, trying to get evaluations on the weather. As the day progressed and we were seeing the media reports,
residents are being urged to evacuate as waters are reaching 8 feet over flood stage in Port Vincent, Sanama, Galvez, and parts of the city of Gonzales.
Then we really got concerned, and that we thought for the safety of our employees and of our children that we needed to cancel school.
The water has reached Airline Highway and a number of rescues are underway.
Our motto is that every child is successful in an ever-changing world. What happened on that Friday was that we were preparing them for an ever-changing world. Yeah, one of the most difficult things about seeing the flood waters rise, hearing that the flood waters rising, was just concern for the residents of Ascension Parish.
One image came to my mind that I will never forget is one of my employees picked my husband and myself up to travel to Galvez Middle, and we did. We rode to the cafeteria in a boat, and as we were going to the school, we passed another boat, and it had 2 of my students in the boat, and they were escaping their home. And they each had one little, their book sack with them, and they had taken out their books, and they looked at me and they just kind of said, "We just grabbed what we could," and I was like, "It's okay, it's gonna be okay," and I'll probably never forget that.
Thinking about your own family and your own kids and what you had to do to get rescued by the Cajun Navy and have everybody pull up to your front door to get you out. And you know, on the boat leaving, you think about all of my kids are doing the same thing, and it's not just my 2 kids in the boat. It's the hundreds of kids that we all consider our kids and what they're going through to get through this time.
When you picture all these things that went on during the flood, people rescuing people and all those are memories and pictures that you have. But I guess pictures that I have about our school system would be, we have an area called ITTC. It's an Instructional Technology and Teaching Center. And I remember walking in there and seeing 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade teachers from all these different schools. Many of them who had left wherever their camp, their tent, wherever they had, somebody else's home, spending the day working here rather than at their own place, and getting ready to somehow move all that they do into a place they've never been before. And walking through there and going, "How's it going? Are y'all okay? What do you need?" "No, we got this. No, we got this. We're gonna make this work. We got kids. Can't wait to see our children." So that's a real special moment.
We were a parish that immediately took action.
What we did is we got together on one afternoon, in East Ascension's faculty, we called our principals in. Not just flood impacted principals, all of our principals, and said, "Okay, what do we do?" They developed a plan.
People opening their arms and really going out of their way to do whatever it took to help us gain some sense of normalcy was really, really impressive. And for our teachers, particularly being able to give our students 1000% of their love and high quality instruction in the middle of all the challenges that we were faced with was really, really impressive. I think it gave them a sense of efficacy that they really needed to feel.
Just seeing how people became so solution-oriented, so hopeful, so almost grateful for the resources we had, rather than parked and wallowing in what we don't have. So once that sort of became a common message that, we will not let this be something that destroys us. Instead, we will have this bring us together. This will require us to be strong together, because no one individual can accomplish this. No one individual can repair all of this, whether it's the schools, the homes, whatever.
Ascension means to rise. And so what we did was we stood up and we rose.
We received scores not very long ago, and all year long I prayed the success of our students and our teachers, because I knew how badly our community needed some really good news, you know, and our teachers worked so hard. I mean, it was like we will stop at nothing to make sure that the learning never stops, and it never did.
You know, we would celebrate going up 4 points in any year in mastery. So, but to some degree, that's what you go to work to do, and you're expected to do it. But when you put an obstacle out there in front of you, right? And then I think it escalates what's special. So I think there are a lot of people that see that, like, this is the hardest thing we've ever done, but when we get through this, it'll be one of the greatest things we've ever accomplished.
You know, because the best teacher can teach in a broom closet. You know, we don't have to have a fancy dancy classroom to be an effective teacher, you know. So what we had was high quality teachers that stood up, did what they needed to do.
Well, I mean, the future in Ascension Parish is always going to be bright, because we have a community that's always going to, again, work to be as excellent as we can in the moment, and then look to achieve a new level of excellence.
Well, we're going to move forward, okay? And, you know, our motto is preparing our children for an ever-changing world. Well, the world's changed, you know? And so what we're trying to do is to better prepare them academically, but also with life lessons. And so, you know, this school year, while we feel it was a successful school year, we are looking to see what can we do better in the 17-18 year.